Welcome everyone to Gear Recon, where I give you the information and not the sales pitch. Today we're going to start off with the MK18. I've done a video in the past on this. I kind of want to do a refresher a little bit, as quite a bit has changed with it. So we're going to go on and do tip to butt. On here right now I have my suppressor, my Dead Air Primal 46. So this is my first can. I wanted something that's a 46 caliber or bigger, because that encompasses every round that I shoot and some. So it's done great for me as a do-it-all can. Eventually I'm planning on getting something for 5.56 specifically, but for now this is great. It's a little on the long and heavy side, but again, it's a 46 caliber can rated for .338 Lapua Magnum. So that's to be expected there. It's held up very well. It's a one-piece can minus the end cap, of course. But all the baffles are welded in, so self-servicing, love that. It's been great there. So talking about the hub, I went with the Silencer Co. ASR mount. Had some issues with it, I'm not gonna lie. So carbon locking is a thing. It sits on a collar. We'll go on and take this off. And I just have their 3-prong on here. And the tines are actually all different lengths on there, so you don't get the ping, which is cool. But there's a taper on here that the suppressor actually sits on, and that can get really hot and actually carbon lock to the taper in here. I've cleaned it, I've done everything I can to it, and it's part of it at this point. So moving to the light, we have a stream light. This is a ProTac, one of the older models. It's the longer version. It's been bomb-proof for me. Great light, good battery life. It's programmable, which I didn't know. One of my commenters actually shouted it out to me, so thanks to him. I didn't like the strobe feature on it, and you can actually program that out. But on the end of it, I just have a Vortex scope cap on here because I had it on hand and I wanted to try it out before I bought the 100 Concepts light caps. So I've been running that for a little bit, and I like it a lot. It's been nice, especially being able to run a pressure pad and not worry as much about light NDs. That's been pretty cool. So I'm definitely going to be switching to that here soon, but just something I had on hand to test it out. So I've had quite a few people ask me why I have my irons up front mounted backwards. So that's clearly to save space on the rail. The MK18 has a shorter rail system. It's a short barrel rifle is what it was intended for. So I mounted it backwards to save some rail space. Still works fine, flips up, no problems with that at all. So cool little trick there. On the bottom, just a Magpul AFG. This is one of the older ones. It's a little bit fatter on there. So talking about the barrel in the MK18, it's going to be a 10.3 inch barrel, not 10.5, 10.3 inch is the kosher MK18 barrel length. I don't care when it comes to that, but some people really care about it, so I just want to make sure it was said. This is a Savannah, Georgia marked upper, so I've had it for quite a while, and it's got some rounds through it. Cold hammer forged barrel, again 10.3 inches. You're getting a carbine length gas system in here. The Daniel Defense MK18s have been known to be gassy. That is the case with mine as well, and that was meant to be because it's a combat rifle. It's supposed to be a little bit gassier so it can push through some of those more adverse settings. Especially when you put a suppressor on this thing though, it'll make a grown man cry.
It's enough to make a grown man cry, but not this man. Get back in there, Tia.
So the barrel, I love it. Talking a little bit more about it, it's a SOCOM profile, so it's a little bit different profile. It's a thicker profile than your government profiles. Better for heat dissipation, which I like a lot, as this gun does get very hot. So talking a little bit about the range to this. So most people look at a sub 16-inch rifle and think, oh, it can't reach out past 300 yards. It's not good. Well, let me tell you, you can definitely do that. You're losing some terminal ballistics with a shorter barrel, but it's definitely possible. I hit out to 400, our gun club goes out to 400 yards. I shoot out there all the time with this thing. The bullets take a little bit longer to get there sometimes. It still smacks the plate pretty good, but you're definitely losing some terminal ballistics, but it is doable for sure. So one more thing I forgot up top, I just have, I'm not even sure what brand this is, QD sling mount. It's been good for me. QD slings and a VTAC sling, one of the older ones. It's got the bigger, thicker pad on there. I've enjoyed it. It's done me good. I've run it on multiple platforms. I just got it gaffer taped up here, and we're rocking and rolling there. And the sling's retained with some shock cord right there that I just have on a pull. So when I need to deploy my sling, just pull down on it and it comes right out there. It's pretty cool. Moving back, we're going to talk about optic setup for a second. So right now I'm running the EOTech EXPS2. This is going to be a single dot with the donut of death. It is a non-night vision compatible one, which means it doesn't have the night vision version or the night vision modes. You can still see the reticle under night vision, but it's really bright and it washes out your nods, so it's not favorable. Runs off a single CR123A battery. Love this optic. It's on a QD riser or QD mount from the factory. It's a lower 1/3 co-witness, and that does line up very well. So getting into a little bit more nitty gritty about the optics, I'm running a 100 yard, not meter zero. It's just what I found comfortable on this rifle. It works best with the EOTech. I know my hold's best on that. So to each their own. There's going to be arguments for other zeros here and there, but for me, it's all a personal thing. Behind it, a little bit of an oddity. I have a G32 magnifier. So they're out with the G40, 43s, 45s now. This is the original before the G33. It was in Battlefield 4. I loved it. It was cool. I had it in my local gun store and they had a good price on it, so I picked it up. And it's done really good. It's on the factory, just EOTech, flip the side mount. Eventually, I want to mess with the Unity risers, get them both up on there and get one of the Unity magnifier flip the sides too. But for now, it works great for me. The glass is really clean on this too. It does have a really bad parallax shift with it. So just something to note with the older G23 models. So on the back, I have a USMC marked CAC rear iron sight. That's cool, got a good deal on that from a surplus page. Internally, it's going to be completely stock. I'm running the Daniel bolt, mil-spec trigger in it. I believe it's a Arrow or a CMMG lower parts kit I ended up using. Yes, it's on a Poverty Pony, don't talk to me about it. So in the back, I have a Radian Raptor charging handle. Absolutely love them. I am southpaw, so that helps out quite a bit. It's one of the only ambidextrous parts I will put on my rifles, as you'll see. No ambi safety, no ambi bolt release, no ambi mag release. So adapt, people. Just learn. So again, just standard lower receiver, just a base Poverty Pony on there. Magpul K2 Plus slim grips. Those fit my hand really well. And of course, it's been neutered by the ATF. Thank goodness I'm not a felon anymore. Not that I was, because I definitely didn't have a pistol brace while they were banned. Just glad I can put something on the back of this rifle finally. But so that's the quick and dirty over this. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comments. As far as my relationship with Daniel or any of the companies I've talked about, no one knows me. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, so no one knows me, no exchange of money, everything was paid for by me. I bought this upper during COVID for a ridiculous price, but that's okay. I wanted it and I spent my money on it, so I don't care. So guys, that about does it for this gear recon on the Daniel Defense Mark 18 upper. I would say it's still very relevant in today's economy and gun market, I guess you could call it. For being such a short package, I mean, of course you can go shorter. It's still delivering hate and it's still reaching out and touching as far as I need it to here in Kentucky. So I would definitely say the Mark 18 is still relevant. It's still a great platform, but again, it will not perform unless you know how to use it. So get training, shoot, spend money on ammo, not just guns. Something I have been doing lately and I'm preaching to the choir right now. But with all that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed and we will see you in the next one.